Good afternoon, boys and girls. It's time for a case update and maybe some more stuff off the top of my head. So I just posted a thread warning or reminding for those that understand the details, the specific capacity, the type of defendants in this case, unprecedented, which means this kind of stuff never happened before, and it darn sure shouldn't have happened today, because that means that it's vengeance. For example, me and my daughter did not owe anything to any type of group or any person or anything like that, and especially to buy senator and governor seats. We all know the truth. So my point is, what's this? Oh, I got a Team Biden text. LOL. My point is that in anticipation of a response due by tomorrow, it might come through later on, to a writ of execution for judgment, which means everything that they've done to date for 6 years now that says frivolous. Some of you know what that is. It means that since other people aren't going to take the time to read details of what the complaints are in case files versus what a judge is trying to say, why it's denied. So they just use the word frivolous and they keep going as if they had 1,000 cases in front of them. And they've been doing this for a long time. Now, I did not deserve this at all. I also hired a private attorney. Reminder, everybody knows that. In order to avoid massive problems, I hired a private attorney and had everything dismissed like a boss. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happens that she was crooked. So, the point is that in anticipation of a settlement or some type of frivolous response, that I'm going to be repeating the names, the departments that are included, which is auction fraud. Remember that, Palm Beach County? The Board of Auctioneers. Remember that? The presumption of who does she think she is, trying to buy a little property on the side. So that could be the reason why they did what they did to my kid, as they held me out here illegally. My case was dismissed. Again, I'm being held out here illegally. So all of those names, a lot of them are Jewish names. They're going to be repeated, and there's a lot of them. This is facts on evidence. This has nothing to do with anything else except that not everybody is perfect and not everybody is innocent. And so that's what my response. This response is going to be very serious, because I'm not taking less than, I'm not even going to say the amount. The amount right now up in question for this unprecedented horror that they've done here in this jurisdiction, in this state, and now it's on the United States. Sorry, I'm watching the cars. Because I know you want my leg to be broken and stuff like that. You should have did it yourself, though. But we'll talk about that kind of fake music later on. CBS, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? You should pay the bill. The original amount right now is $500 billion for dragging someone that doesn't qualify to be dragged. This is what they do to bad mothers or mothers that are convicted as bad. You're probably not that bad. You're a victim of society. I get that. I get that. Some of my good friends that I knew across the hallway. You're victims of society. So the amount in question is $500 billion. What has happened here with me and my kid should not have happened today. That is an act of vengeance. That's not leadership. That's not We're extreme leftism, so we do this now because we have that right. And that's the negotiation that I visualize took place between Rick Scott and Donald Fennoy, the superintendent, when they were black marketing my child, as they were convinced my lawyer or however she was convinced for me to stay out in the street. Within the first 60 days, they did what they did to my kid. They robbed her future education. They did everything. I don't want to talk about it again. $500 billion is the amount in question. An objection to a settlement is going to bring up the furthest left of defendants, and we're going to head on up to capacity. I don't care if it's going to be 20 pages long, if it's $5 billion, and I know some of you out there who go, I can't wait till she gets paid out, especially like some of the people that are saving my life. I'm objecting to $5 billion, I'm telling you right now. So if that's not, oh no, you should be in a rush. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush for them to say that was all my baby was worth. There's no price tag in such a heinous, reckless activity to buy your senator seat and stuff like that. There's no price tag. So I'm objecting to $5 billion. I put $500 billion on it because there is no case law to compare it to. This is unprecedented. I have no price tag. It should have been in the trillions. I just heard that. So I'm objecting to $5 billion. I'm giving the United States a heads up too. And I'm going to the furthest left of the defendants. That's Krista Marks. She did this to me. David Arenberg. He's right here. His office said, to hell with that. Dismissal. She stays in the street. He could have saved my life a long time ago. And for them to increase damages on delay, don't assume that I'm ever going to have any investments with any of you. That includes Trump. That includes Trump. I'm going to be a modern day billionaire, and I want nothing to do with anyone that I suspect, CBS, I'm talking to you too, had anything to do with forcing my baby to change for life and dragging me around, trying to make things disappear and stuff. I'm objecting to $5 billion. I'm giving you a heads up right now. Have a good day, my friends. A very happy tomorrow to you. Oh no, slow connection. Hold on. Oh, there it goes.